Welcome to this quick micro demo. Today I'm just going to show you how you can enhance your Sage Intacct reports using the powerful filter condition. So if I just start by selecting a super simple example like a GL report, what you'll see straight away is that I get taken to this page where I have various filters which let me define the conditions of my report. And what you'll notice by the size of the scroll bar on the side here is that essentially I have a lot of variables and parameters to tinker with. And these essentially enable you to produce super specific iterations of your reports, like we're going to do with our GL report here. Now, right back at the very top, you'll notice that we have a field for an as of date. This is essentially just allowing us to choose a specific time period that you'd like to view the report for. And you can actually have a bit of fun with these. So if I actually start to press the letters on my keyboard, let's say I've pressed the Y key, for example, that will take me to the 1st of January 2025 because Y is the first letter in the word year. And if I keep pressing Y, I can start jumping pretty quickly between each previous year. And the same goes for month and week. So if I wanted to go and press the K, it would take me to the last day of that week because K is the last letter in the word week. And the same goes for month. So I can just press the H key. And then if I want to go back to today's date, I can just press T just to kind of reshuffle that back. If you wanted to have a little kind of guide on all the shortcuts there, just take a screenshot of that. That's on screen now. Share that with your colleagues and you might be able to save a little bit of time. And those are applicable to any kind of date fields wherever you are in the system. Next, you also have the opportunity to essentially choose your reporting book that you'd like to report on. I'm just going to stick with accrual, but you can see I could create a reporting book and choose to report on that specific book if I'd like. And then next, you can see I can actually just start to filter by specific GL accounts as well. So I can do that manually if I'd like to. I can literally just choose a range of accounts that I would like to report on. Alternatively, you could just set up an account group. So I could just predetermine a group of GL accounts that I would like to have as a cluster. And then when I come to create a report, I can essentially choose that account group and I will only have those GL accounts included on the report. If you wanted to go one step further as well, you could include your statistical accounts. So if you have any non-financial data in the system, like your headcount data or anything like that, you can actually incorporate them on the same report as your financial data. So that's all really handy. Next, you have your dimensions. So let's say I just want to report by my US locations. This is essentially just allowing me to filter the data that I would like to appear on the report. So you can see I could do that by specific customer or supplier or employee or item. And if I wanted to go one step further, I could actually categorize my customers or my suppliers. So if I wanted to do that by industry, I could do that. And then when I come to essentially build my report, I can report on that specific industry alone. What you can also do with dimensions is you can start to essentially restructure your report as well. So if I go to this list here, this is essentially giving me an opportunity to choose which dimensions I would like to have appearing as an individual column on the report. So you can see I've got my location and my department here at the moment. So when we come to look at our report, we'll have individual columns for those specific dimensions. Finally, you can also choose to do this by essentially a summary report if we want to have kind of restricted detail, more of a kind of high level overview, or if you want a kind of more detailed report where it's broken down with the kind of as much information as you'd like, then you can do that as well. Once you're happy with everything, you can add a report title as well. You can then view your report, and then when you're ready, you can essentially just export that. You could email it to anybody you like or add it to any relevant dashboards as well. So I hope that was helpful, and thank you.